I'll be in my bedroom, making no noise and pretending that I don't exist.
What's up, y'all? Honestly, not even worried. Episode 7. We are here. We are here. Life is good. I just had a Snickers fun size almond. We went to the grocery store last night. It was pretty empty. I'm Nilo G. This is Blake Boots.
Hello.
Dude, isn't it so funny? I think it's so funny that all day, like every day, you're like, oh man. Like people get all philosophical. They're like, humans, they just need each other. Without company, without socialization, we wilt away like a flower.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the grocery store and you're like, stay back.
Yeah.
Don't move. You know, you're like, do I like red onions or what? Sir. Yeah. If you're not gonna buy the grapefruit, don't just pick it up and massage it and then examine the sides and put it back down. Look at the front of the grapefruit. Extrapolate. If the front looks good, assume the back looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Choose one with your eyes, pick it up, put it in your cart. If the other side is rotten, that's the name of the game, you know?
Don't forget, we're still playing.
Should I go with plain tortilla chips or a hint of Ma'am, I am immunocompromised. Please, you may have just cost me my life.
I have asthma.
I have asthma. You may have just cost me my precious young boy life.
And you won't know for a couple days.
That's
exactly. The scary thing.
The scary thing. I'm a little. My body temperature is a little hot today. Who knows?
Yeah, I practice in my mind the things I will say to a person if they come close. Like I'm thinking about it as I'm walking through the store. I'm like, am I going to be nice about it? Am I going to be mean about it?
Oh, what are you going to?
Am I just going to ignore them and walk away? I probably just ignore them and walk away. I like try to go way around people.
Yeah.
If I hear someone cough, I just spend about 2 extra minutes on the other side of the store in order to avoid them.
You distribute.
Yeah.
You kind of spread around.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, I like that method.
I mean, I'm zooming in the store.
I gotta say, I do get angry when the store is populated, which is weird. Because at the same time, if somebody's somewhat near, like the aisle I'm trying to go to or the item, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it.
Oh, you go in?
I go in.
Okay.
I'll go for it. I won't get too close. I'm not gonna rub up.
Yeah.
But you know.
Well, some lady was crowding the tuna yesterday, and I went. I was like about to go in the aisle, and then I saw her over the tuna, and I was like, I don't even want to. I'll just come back.
I'll come back.
Came back 2 minutes later. She was still there. I was like, God damn it. Yeah. Left again. Came back. She was gone. I got my tuna. Yeah.
She was like, do I go yellow albacore, yellowfin?
Do I want it in oil? Do I want it in water?
In oil. In hot sauce, always a weird one.
Do I want the one where the dolphins get mixed up in it too, or do I want to save the dolphins?
Am I going chicken of the sea? Am I going,
Fuck.
Cast of Glee. I don't know. I don't know which one I'm going to do.
Yeah, there's a whole panoply of tuna options to choose from.
Do you hold your breath when you walk by people?
No, but I sort of tighten my butt cheeks a little bit.
Yeah, that's another way it could enter in your body,
Yeah.
That's what the CDC just released recently.
Through the butt?
Yeah. Fauci was putting that out recently, so be mindful.
That's good, because I do wear assless chaps to the grocery store.
No, you need to go full chap.
I get hot. My butt gets hot.
Mm-hmm. It's that leather.
But I'm feeling good, man. Went to the grocery store, got my candies, got my treats, got my things. We're on episode 7.
Wow.
All aboard.
Let's ride.
Boot.
I slept well last night.
Mm-hmm.
I got a good night's slumber. I'm about 7 days into this My Pillow.
Oh, yeah.
I got a My Pillow on the internet. A friend recommended it. And so I bought it immediately because there was a deal on Groupon, right? Which was a little bit kind of a gamble because I was like, oh, you can't choose what kind of fill. the amount of fill. There's levels of fill you can get in the MyPillow.
Oh yeah.
And so I just ordered it, went blind, paid like $30 for this pillow. It got here, dude, and they say put it in the dryer to fluff it up for 10 minutes when you first get it.
Yeah.
I fluffed it up. Dude, it feels like a bag full of circus peanuts. Just imagine that. Laying your head down on a bag of circus peanuts. So you're like, this is lumpy. This is weird. My first thing was I was appalled. I was like, this guy, this CEO of MyPillow, Mike Lindell, built this $300 million empire on these bags of circus peanuts.
Just old circus peanuts stuffed in there.
Exactly. I was like pissed, kind of, because I was like, there's just no way this is going to be comfortable. I lay my head down. I'm like, God damn you, Mike. I'm going to fucking return this to...
Wow.
Slept like a baby.
What is it about it? I just don't... Is it... So it's just the circus peanut algorithm that he's got going. That just
so
perfects
I have my theories.
it? Yeah.
Imagine you've sprained something on your body. Like your ankle, or you've got something that you need to ice, right?
Okay.
Imagine taking an ice pack to it, just like a rectangular ice pack.
Okay.
And then imagine taking a bag of corn to it, like frozen corn kernels.
Okay.
Now the corn kernels are going to be able to contour around the injury in a way that the normal ice pack just can't achieve.
Okay.
Because it's just one mass of liquid, whereas the corn has several thousand, hundred beads that can then take shape around said object.
Okay.
So I think with the MyPillow, it's literally just you lay your head down, and the nature of your face is that the topography of your face has different peaks, has different valleys. There's a sea level. Mm-hmm. There's a whole ecosystem, a whole biome going on your dome. Mm-hmm. That's where biodome came from.
Oh, self-head dome. Got it.
Yeah, it was actually a film study on the different ecological systems on one's skull. Mm-hmm. And so...
The forehead being the rainforest.
The eyes, And then so you lay your head down, and the pieces inside sort of contour around and create almost a custom divot for your preference.
It's quite
Okay.
cool.
Now me, I'm on my right side. I have my right arm underneath the pillow.
Yeah.
The pillow is sandwiched between my arm and my head. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I can see it.
So the pillow arranges itself in such a way that it gets over my arm nicely. There's a lot of fill sort of where my eyeball is.
Okay.
I'm feeling a big circus peanut just press against my eye.
Yeah.
And then less so where my nose is. So it's kind of like, it's got a nice taper. And I'm just like cushioned in there very nicely.
Okay.
And the next thing you know, I'm asleep.
I just wonder if... is your arm going asleep in this situation at all?
No, my arm is prone to falling asleep in my sleep, but...
So, would you say that your dreams have been affected by this pillow at all? In
I don't
positive
think
way?
so.
Are you sleeping deeper, I guess?
I think I'm sleeping deeper.
Okay.
I think I have the ability to sleep longer, and I think I definitely have the ability to fall asleep faster.
Okay.
But I will say this.
What I mean to say is...
Let me just say this.
I've been doing some research. So these MyPillows, what's inside is literally shredded foam.
Yeah.
Like shredded, not memory foam, just shredded polyurethane foam. Like it could have a chemical smell, but I don't think it does.
Yeah.
And it's cheap, so it's not like anything crazy or special.
Yeah.
It's just literally this guy, Mike Landell, this inventor. He has a bunch of failed businesses before this one.
Okay.
Like he owned bars. He was in debt. He actually used to be a crack addict.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He was a crackhead. I think he literally was just like, what if we fill the pillow with shredded foam?
I gotta get some sleep.
Yeah, he's like, I'm tired.
I'm just saying it
And so
could
he
be a
did it, and he was like,
contributing factor.
it makes so much, it's so obvious when you think about like the corn bag analogy that I was
Yeah.
saying. Like, it's like, sounds like something I would think of with my friends when I'm high. Like, what if we just like filled it with stuff that actually moves, and you put your head down, and some areas create a more stable fucking support for your head.
Well, it sounds like he kind of was just throwing darts at the wall, and this one just fucking stuck. It was a bullseye.
Exactly.
Like, he got a lot of things off, but
And so
this
he's
one was
kind of
great.
infamous for all these infomercials, right?
Yeah.
And so I started to dig a little bit deeper, and it turns out, well, first of all, he was like, he got sued for like trying to pass off as a sleep expert on his infomercials, and
Yeah.
he would claim that the pillows could cure like cerebral palsy and like all sorts of stuff. And then
cures bone cancer.
Yeah, and then he and he's like this dude from Minnesota. He's just like, these pillows are going to be the greatest thing you'll ever sleep on. You got a memory foam pillow, you got a down pillow. There's nothing pleasurable about it at all. There was one point where there was like big on his website. It said he was known for, or it was the official best pillow, like the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation. And then you go to the National Sleep Foundation, and it's a non-profit organization that he started.
Okay. I was gonna say, yeah.
You know, so it's this kind of business.
That's smart.
And then, you know, I saw an interview of him on Fox News on YouTube.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, so you're a Trump supporter, an entrepreneur, and a former crackhead. And he was like,
Crack addict.
so, you know, when it boils down to it, pillows are a matter of preference.
Yeah.
And this one, I'd say 50% got by a grifter. 50% found a better pillow alternative than what I had.
Right here in the
It just kind of makes me think about like a Tempur-Pedic mattress. If you combined a MyPillow with a Tempur-Pedic mattress, like the MyPillow basically just sounds like a Tempur-Pedic mattress shrunken down for your head. And I'm just wondering what the combo.
Well, Tempur-Pedic isn't shredded foam, is it?
No, I think it's full on foam.
Yeah, and it's memory foam.
Memory foam, but foam being the similarity in between the two.
I think they do have pillows that are like memory foam core.
Yeah.
with shredded foam around it.
Okay. Why don't you shred your own foam, dude? Why don't you?
You can. I looked it up. You
Okay.
can buy 30 pounds of shredded foam for
30
like
pounds?
for like no, it's like 8 pounds, but you can get like
Still a lot.
it's like $35,
Oh, okay.
and it can fill like 5 cubic feet or like 15 cubic feet or something like that. So like you can make hella pillows.
Let's just make up my billow
yeah,
and sell them and be like,
our pillow.
yeah,
We should,
pillow.
dude. We should make pillows.
Yeah,
Honestly, not even worried pillows, dude. Our pillows are gonna come.
it's got
are
our
coming.
faces on it.
Yeah, we've got one level of fill.
It's just us perineum sunning.
Yeah.
It's both of our buttholes.
Oh,
so you
God.
can lay on both of them.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Ooh, perennium pillows, dude.
Yeah, dude. Parity law too, so that we're in.
Yeah.
We're good.
Brilliant, dude.
Yeah.
Brilliant. How did you sleep last night?
Pretty good. I was really, really tired yesterday. I don't know why.
Really?
I could have just. I don't think whenever I drink, and I drank the night before, I have trouble like getting like all the sleep I need to get. Like
Really?
I end up waking up earlier than I want to. I don't know why.
Why is that? Let's unpack that a little bit.
I think the alcohol just kind of prevents me from going into deep REM sleep. Even though I drank pretty early and I was not drunk when I went to bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just like, my arms were really sore all day, and
Did you do anything to sort of like compensate the levels and just more caffeine, or did you sort of roll with it?
I kind of rolled with it because I didn't want to drink caffeine yesterday because I wanted to be buzzing heavy today. So I was like, all right, Friday's my lapse day. So I didn't have any caffeine.
It was just a slow day.
We watched that documentary about sleep. I fell asleep during it, like
God.
on and off like 5 times.
Yeah. I looked over and your eyes were closed, and then like the documentary ended. It had been over for like 30 seconds, and you're like, interesting. I was
trying to like sleep at an angle that you couldn't see I was sleeping. And then I realized at the end, I was like, oh, I'm just full on out.
Normally I would have been probably mad, but I had just taken a nap before the documentary. So I was like, our nap cycles are just off.
Well, I really wanted to stay awake during it because I was like, I got to get a little research for this. But
I didn't absorb much.
No, I think we just kept making fun of the scientists. That was our main.
Yeah, we did. We keep making fun of the scientists.
It was pretty funny because they always do like that weird, really reverberated like voices and shit to make up dreams. So it's like, yeah, it's always very Slytherin-y. Like it's like I've never had a dream like that where it's all like super echoey and it's just kind of a weird
not a
version.
dream. I've had all sorts of other things that are like that. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah, that's a little later.
Disorders.
I slept pretty good last night. I had some cool dreams.
Any of that stick up?
I mean, I had this weird hybrid, this dude that was like John Legend plus D'Angelo teaching me music, and then he ended up adopting me.
He ended up adopting you to be his child?
Yeah, I was adopted by him, and
oh my God. Do you believe that dreams mean something?
I don't know if they mean something. No, I don't think there's any meaning in them. I think that they are definitely just a continuation of what you're thinking about in your waking life. But I don't think there's like fortunes in dreams.
Right.
Do you think there's fortune like in
like
that
prophetic?
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. It's not that I believe that they are literally. If they're just if it's just a bunch of random information from your brain, right? That your brain just gets out in your sleep, you could very easily derive meaning from that. Because then you just ask like, why is that in my brain? Or
yeah.
It maybe can bring to light things that are in your brain that you weren't thinking about in waking life. You can say, oh, maybe I do need to think about this or that more,
Yeah. Well, I think of it as like...
But in terms of something happening in your dream and then it happens later, that's coincidental.
That's something coincidental.
I had a friend that responded to the thing and he was like, I don't know if they mean anything, but I had a dream that I got in a car accident and then my car got hit like a few days later.
Let's ride.
And I was like, well... if your car got hit 3 weeks later, you would have been like, "Oh, I had a dream 3 weeks ago that it happened."
Yeah, statistically, your car's gonna get hit.
Yeah, and you're a scientist. You're a statistician.
Oh yeah, I look at the numbers. I crunch that shit all day.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had dreams a lot about like people kidnapping me and killing me.
Whoa.
Because I honestly thought I was gonna get kidnapped so much when I was a kid.
You still ever think that?
That I'm gonna get kidnapped?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the other day when I was walking, I did think about that.
Walking where? Around here?
I was walking around here and like I saw a van like driving and I was like, what's stopping them from just pulling me into that van and taking me?
Oh, God.
I didn't see who was in the van, but it just looked suspicious.
Huh.
The cliche white van situation.
Was there like a movie that you saw where somebody got kidnapped that stayed with you?
My mom watched a lot of like True Life, not like the MTV show, but True Life American Teenager. Like A&E, like investigation stuff. Mm-hmm. So I think I just overheard a lot of things about kids getting kidnapped. Oh. So we would be at like events as
Did your mom worry about that kind of stuff? Was she like over worried about you like getting snatched up by strangers or etc.?
I don't think over worried about it. I think she was worried about it enough.
Yeah.
Don't.
It's kind of like the neighborhood watch. Like it was just a thing of the times where people were just thinking about it a lot.
Yeah. We would like go to these outdoor festivals and stuff like that. And I would see like an older guy, like just basically look in my direction. I'd be like, he's going to kidnap me. Like that's going to happen.
Come here, boy.
He's thinking of it. I thought that...
What would he have to have as a child? What would he have to offer you for him to successfully kidnap you?
I mean...
For you to be like, okay, I'll check it out.
Oh man, like some sick DBZ magazine, like some stats on Vegeta.
Oh damn,
some stats on Goku that I was unaware of.
Yeah, what happens to Frieza?
Oh man, if he had Frieza's final form, they just let that shit egg on.
Yeah, damn, that would have got you, huh?
Yeah, that would have got me. I thought that Kid Rock was gonna kidnap me. I saw a documentary on him with my dad one time at the IMAX.
Kidnapper Rock.
Kid Rock. Yeah, it's hidden meaning there. Kid Stock, because there was that little person. Or dwarf, yeah. They had him, and when I was a kid, I thought he was a kid. So I thought the Kid Rock had kidnapped him. Oh, and I was like, he's gonna get tired of this boy, and he's gonna take me.
Damn,
it was just very intrusive, thoughty.
Yeah, I see.
Just ridiculous.
I think about that kind of stuff a lot. Things that stayed with you.
Yeah,
like when I watched The Sixth Sense, and the woman had given her kid Munchausen by proxy syndrome by poisoning her soup.
Oh my God.
And my grandma used to make me soup every day. So for a while I was like, I can't trust my grandma anymore. She's poisoning my soup.
Holy shit.
But
dreams are crazy, man.
Dreams be wild, man. Dreams be wild. This was at Patrick Riley who said, do you think dreams mean anything? Mm-hmm. The polls went off, dude. I'm not gonna lie, this might have to be a two-parter.
Really?
Like low key, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking through the data. It's pretty intense.
Staggering. At NoClue89, I think they reflect more in your mood than actually mean anything. EJ Legrere depends on a few things, but yes, they can. At Dom Ferris says yeah. At Old Dirty Rest says I rarely remember my dreams, so I don't know, but probably. At De La Sof says I hope so, because if not, I've wasted a lot of good hours trying to decode them.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
It's just fun, too.
At Patrick Riley 13, who posed the question, just said no. And then at Chuck Ply said, not really. Your brain is sorting old and new info, and sometimes it has a narrative.
Yeah.
At me, Colin P. said, yep, but only to you. You got to think on it. No objective meaning. For example, scorpion equals fear. I think I agree with that. You know how people say like, oh, loose teeth means this. That's another one I have, that my teeth are loose. I have that dream a lot. You know, people say like, oh, it means you're worried about career or you're stressed about this or that. But I like what Colin says, which was what I was trying to elaborate earlier, which is that there's no objective meaning, like one object doesn't equal another thing, like a glossary. But if it is a lot of information that your brain has in it, you can then derive a meaning from it.
Okay.
My philosophy about a lot of things is to string your own meaning out of random events.
I just don't get how they can pin it down to a specific, like I don't get how they can be like, okay,
and it might be
this means this.
And exactly what I'm saying is it might be different per, like, just because one loose teeth dream meant something to me doesn't mean the next one's going to mean the same thing.
Yeah. That's very true.
You know, sometimes you dream about stuff you don't even remember you were thinking about.
Yeah, that's super weird when you're like, oh man, I haven't thought about that in a minute. And maybe it's almost like a little taskmaster. It's like, yo, just checking in on this thing.
Or you dream about somebody you haven't thought about in a while, and then afterwards you're like, oh man,
dude,
that's a great person.
I did that the other night. I dreamt about this kid from my elementary school, and then I looked. His name is. And then I looked. Oh, God damn it! Looked him up on Facebook.
Yeah,
not a cool dude.
Not a cool dude.
Not from what
He's a nautical dude.
Nautical dude.
Nautical barnacle.
Yeah.
Nautical.
Well, you know, it's just not as not what I remembered him from the 4th grade.
Oh, I thought you meant he like works on boats or something.
No.
Today's episode is sponsored by Have a Great Summer. Have a Great Summer is a mixtape series and party series, an anything goes mindset that is all about having a great time with friends. The first mixtape of summer 2020 is out right now, with tunes from Lil Uzi Vert, Glass Animals, 100 Gex, Orville Peck, and more. Hit @Kirk.61 on Instagram for the link in bio. Now he was doing these Have a Great Summer shows last year. They were great. You know, this year it's a whole different situation because a lot of people have stay-at-home orders in place.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, I was listening to the mix this morning. It goes, dude.
It bops.
It bops. I was listening to it in my room. I was like, this is fucking good. And then I went to the kitchen to make some coffee. I was like, it slaps in here too. Went to go give my cat some food. I was like, still going hard. So you can really listen to it wherever you are. I mean, the guy's got great taste.
He does.
You know, he's really good friends with Diplo and Charlie XCX. So once again, hit @Kirk.61 on Instagram for that sweet link in the bio.
Selecta.
Can you give me It's Pull Time in the style of a 90s jock jam? Like, whoop, there it is.
It's pull time. Down the pole. Go the pull time.
I'm going to do one that's trap style.
Yeah, give me trap.
Yeah, it's pull time. Ooh, yeah, it's pull time. Yeah, it's pull time. Ooh, yeah, it's pull time. Look, yeah, it's pull time. I was like, ooh, I was like, I was like, pull. I was like, yes. Then I was like, no. Then I said, yeah. Then I said, huh? Then I answered that. Then I went, bah.
That was good.
@MeColin_P says sex dream versus nightmare. So if you're sleeping with a new significant other, would you rather wake up loudly from a sex dream or loudly from a nightmare? We had 37 votes for sex dream, 36 votes for nightmare. So it's 51% said sex dream and 49% nightmare, which is almost directly down the middle. I had a thought of maybe if I subtract the bot responses, it would tip it one way or the other, would flip the script.
Yeah.
But no, then sex dream became 53% and nightmare became 46%. So people are a little bit leaning towards sex dream on this one.
Yeah.
@Noellers said nightmare because the sex dream may not be about them.
Very good point.
@De La Soph said, because what if the dream isn't about them? Not trying to have to defend my unconscious mind. @Melcy Holmes said, I'd feel bad explaining a sex dream if I wasn't with my partner. Nightmare all the way. There were no guys that said that, by the way. There were no guys that were like, I don't want to have to explain the sex. There was a bunch of guys that were like, I have a sex dream because it's sex, dude. Fuck yeah, man. Why have a nightmare when you can have sex in your dreams?
Response.
You could have sex in your dreams, and then you wake up and you have sex in real life, dude. And I love that.
Situation.
That's nice.
That was fun.
It must happen frequently.
Yeah.
Like, what was your sex? You had a sex dream?
Ourselves a little late night snack, did we?
About who?
He's not like you.
What was it about?
You could tell me the truth.
I'm not going to be mad.
We could be mad. Tell me honestly, dude.
I'm gonna kill him.
What side of history on this one?
You know, all my sex dreams are nightmares. Whichever one it is, I'm making the same noise when I wake up,
Yeah.
which is this. You know, almost like like in a movie when somebody's drowning
Yeah.
and then they reach up for air. They go. That's what I sound like when I come.
Oh god,
and also when I'm extremely frightened because they're the same thing.
Yeah.
For me. But I liked a lot of people's responses that said you could transition from the nightmare to having sex.
From the nightmare to having sex?
Like you wake from the nightmare, you get some post-nightmare cuddles, they talk you down, you start to get a little intimate, you make some moves that leads to, my favorite was Adam Glab said, post-nightmare snuggle can turn into the sex of your dreams, which is nice. I like that. It said sex of your dreams.
That's really nice. That's really nice. Well, I feel like I'm not usually popping a bee after a nightmare.
Well, you haven't been consoled in a way that makes you appreciate the other person so much that you're like, whoa.
Fuck.
Damn, we have some sadistic listeners. That's what that makes me think, dude. That terror is...
Well, here's the thing. I like that because you get the primal fear of the nightmare, right?
Okay.
And then you cross over all the way to the other side of the visceral bliss of sex.
Wow.
You're experiencing so much. I mean, I'm just trying to feel alive.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, dude. I'll do anything. I'll take a night. Give me that night terror, baby.
You can have
I'm
it.
trying to wake up. I'm trying to get consoled, and then we smash.
Yeah,
bro.
The pain,
the whole spectrum of human emotion is there within.
The PP combo, the pain pleasure combo is pretty unreal. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, it's yin and yang.
Yam and yam.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword.
Okay. Okay, I guess so, yeah.
So I like that. And a lot of people said the sex dream could also lead to sex in real life.
See, I think I'd prefer that.
At Sam Yu said definitely sex dream because then they can help you finish it off. At Bruno says sex dreams, at least you can have real sex and don't have to be thinking about nightmares.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, that's okay, but I sort of have this feeling of like it's very self-centered to me in a way because you have a sex dream and you know you wake everybody up because you're like fuck.
I'm an not to remember.
Whatever, you're discussing it with your partner, you're like, whoa, it's crazy, I was having a sex dream. I didn't come, but you can make me come now.
No.
Yeah.
I would be like, you go back into that dream and finish in the dream because I'm sleeping.
Yeah. This ain't happening.
Yeah.
Why don't you nocturnal emish on your own?
Yeah. It's almost like turning your sex dream into a nightmare.
You're
like, oh, I just had this sex dream, but I didn't come.
Yeah, and then you get blue balls in real life.
There's nothing pleasurable about it.
Have you ever had like really bad, like when I think nightmare, I'm like, it's bad. Like, have you ever had like a really bad nightmare?
I've had some that were shaky, a little scary, but I've had a lot of sleep paralysis in my life, which is worse.
Definitely worse.
I used to get it like several times a week. I used to get it almost every night.
Oh my God.
I remember I was at a sleepover when I was maybe in 8th grade, and we were in our friend's garage that they had like converted half of it to like a little chill room.
Yeah.
And we were sleeping on the floor and we were talking, and I was like, you guys know when like you're trying to sleep and then all of a sudden like you can't move? And they're like, what? No. And I was like, I guess that's just a me thing. You guys want to prank call some teachers?
Yeah. Just forget about what I just said. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. What if we call a sex hotline?
What do we call it? A sleep therapist?
So I was like, that was the first time I was like, huh. And then I realized it was a thing that happens. Like, I got it all the time.
Dude,
all the time.
You were young when that shit was happening.
I think it's always been related to stress. I don't know what kind of stresses I was facing as an 8th grader.
Yeah.
But
probably school, dude.
You know, there's a few things that it doesn't really happen. Like if I smoke, it doesn't really happen.
That's good.
Antidepressants, make sure they don't happen. But I'm not going to lie. Sometimes it's nice. Sometimes you have it so often
you think this is funny
that you find ways for it to be fun.
Yes.
You got a little bud in the room with you.
Yeah, you got a little buddy. Like, what up, pal? Again, just trying to feel alive.
I'm getting like the shivers thinking about it.
And sometimes, you know, oh, dude, I've had the sensation where, like in scary movies, where you're being lifted up by like your 1 foot up through the ceiling. I've had that feeling before. I've heard stuff that wasn't happening outside. I've like heard conversations. I've thought I was saying things that I wasn't saying.
God.
There's 2 ways that it happens. There's a way where you're sleeping already, and then you wake up, and then you're in sleep paralysis. Mine was a different thing. Mine's a different thing where it's happening when I'm falling asleep. So like I'm falling asleep and I know the sensation very well if it's about to happen. I feel this weird tingling, like sort of along my back. And I just know that I'm going to like be able to not move like in a second.
Do you get a lot of anxiousness when it starts coming? You're like, it's coming? Or is it just
I get irritated, to be honest, because I'm like, God damn it, I want to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
And then this is what happens also. just not, what is this? Blacked raw? We're getting so raw right now and real. But I'll be falling asleep, and then I get sleep paralysis. Usually, mostly it's happening when you sleep on your back. I used to sleep on my back every night. I can't move. And so what I have to do is like will myself to rotate on my side.
Okay.
To roll over. I feel like I'm moving so much. It's happened a few times sleeping with a girlfriend or whatever, but I don't think they know that anything's going on. So I feel this sensation of like trying to roll over, but I can't. And then I have to do it so hard that eventually I do it, and I just do like one jerk, and then I can move again, and I'm awake. And then if I try to like calm down and like go back to sleep, I go right back into it.
Oh my God.
But I haven't had it in months, and I used to,
I can't believe it happened to you like every week. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, multiple times a week. I've had sleep things. I got diagnosed with narcolepsy last year.
Mm-hmm.
I did a little sleep study, had a bunch of electrodes on my head. This is why this needs to be a two-parter, because I feel like there are so many people that also have sleep disorders that responded that I feel like we could do another episode.
Probably.
That's like a horror movie theme almost.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
I really like that. I really like that. Man, that's just nuts to me. So is narcolepsy, is one of the offshoots of narcolepsy sleep paralysis? Does that happen to people with narcolepsy?
No. Yes. I did not know that, which is cool.
I really want to get that book, Why Do We Sleep? Or How Do We Sleep? Or whatever it's called.
By that doctor, that European guy or whatever, Irish guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say this is the same night.
Okay.
that you're hooking up with this person for the first time.
Okay.
You both woke each other up because you had a sex nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
They comforted you. You had sex again. You go back to sleep. You wake up the next day. You getting breakfast? You're gonna go get breakfast. You're gonna make them breakfast. What's going on? You're saying you're gonna leave?
It kind of depends.
Now I threw that variable in there just now. I realized that kind of sways it because it implies that you had a really good night. I guess.
Yeah.
Minus the nightmare.
It was fun.
We'll say it could be good or bad.
It could be a good or bad night. We had 35 votes for breakfast, 41 for no breakfast, 46%, 54%. What do you think?
I think I'm if I hooked up with them, then I'm probably gonna make some breakfast. So I probably liked him.
Yeah.
Or I probably like him.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you're hooking up with somebody, you should owe them to a little bit of beef fast.
Right.
Doesn't have to be anything crazy. Some eggs, some oatmeal.
Now I was talking to @NJ Maker about this. Have you ever had somebody sort of take that gesture the wrong way?
Oh, like
breakfast implies a little bit more than what they might be looking for. Or,
She's brilliant, but no.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've offered breakfast to someone that I've never even hung out with before. So
right.
I think it really does set. They're like, whoa, it's almost like the precursor to "I love you."
Yeah,
in a way.
The post breakfast.
The post breakfast.
I know, and I had Carson Bedenbow said it's not a big gesture to get breakfast, and I think it shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
We get hungry.
Yeah,
you're hungry the next day. I'm just wondering if you're hungry too.
Yeah,
the making people breakfast thing though is bold in my book. I like that. It's very romantic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people said I make a good breakfast. @Bruno, I think, said that. @Baby Microwave said that.
Well, it's like one of those things where, that's something
@Kirk
you talk about the next day. You tell your friends like, oh, he made me breakfast. She made me breakfast. It's like, oh, she made you breakfast?
Yeah.
Damn,
that's sick.
It's way different than like, yeah, we went to blah, blah, got some brunch. It's like, oh, cool, you did that. It's like,
bold.
Yeah.
Me personally, things that, my love language, I'd rather, depending on where we're at, I would love to walk somewhere to get some food.
Yeah.
We take a little stroll. I'm a stroller.
That's really nice.
I love that, like, next morning, haven't showered, just gonna fucking tumble out of bed, go get brekkie.
Yeah.
But again, it is tough because I'm going to be honest, my first reaction to this question was, for some reason, I imagined the next morning being a shameful one.
Yeah.
You wake up and you're like, oh my God, please get out. But then I thought, yeah, like, what am I doing sleeping with somebody that I don't want to, I can't ask to coffee the next day,
Yeah.
Who said that? @Mess Jannings said, why sleep with someone you can't even get a coffee with? And I think that's great. It's true. It's such a litmus test. @Dom Ferris says, the way someone wakes up and deals with breakfast is a lot about a person. It's a great test to like wake up and be like, so like, you hungry? You want coffee? Like, what, depending on how the person reacts, it really says a lot.
Yeah. I've definitely been in a situation before where I've hooked up with somebody from the night before, like where we kind of hooked up, where, you got a little couple drinks in you and you're like, why not make out? And then you make out and then like stuff happens and you wake up next to them and you're like, Oh fuck.
There must
Yeah.
be a mistake.
Oh fuck, what did I do?
I've been there for sure.
The truth is, most of that was just luck.
Yeah, most people that's happened with though, they can read the vibe and they're like, well, that was fun last night. I'll see you later.
I'm
And
gonna
like,
go.
peace, bye.
Yeah, they can read the vibe.
Yeah.
Or if not,
You hungry?
I'll put the ball in their court.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
If they mention breakfast, I'll go.
I'm always in a weird if I'm like a little bit hungover, I'm always in kind of a happy mood for some reason. Not heavy hungover, but a little bit hungover. I'm down to spend some time with some strange.
Yeah, exactly. Free up make sure your next day is free if you're doing this, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can think of a time when like it has turned into like hanging out all day the next day.
Yeah. I mean, I'm calling my scheduler
And it was nice. It was actually really nice.
Yeah. I'm clearing the books in front of her.
Yeah. We're going to go hang out. You know, we're going to walk around.
Yeah.
In Nashville, there's not as much walkability going on, but...
Yeah. It takes a lot longer to get to places walking than it does in Chicago. I fucking miss that about Chicago, man.
Oh, I know.
That's so fun to like...
That's what I'm saying. You wake up the next morning, like you want to get breakfast or do anything else.
Yeah. Or go to the zoo.
Or go to the zoo, or like we'll like stroll down the street and randomly find some festival we didn't know was happening in the middle of the street.
Divine.
Left side of the bed versus right side. Which side would you rather have somebody lay on? We had 38 votes for left, 24 for right.
Wait, who did the last poll?
Last poll was at Ryan Crawford Nola, friend of the pod. Good dude.
He's blood.
He's blood. Left side of the bed versus right, or left side of you versus right. Where do you want somebody to be sleeping if they're sleeping with you?
Am I stage left or am I stage right? I'm trying to think of where.
You're in your bed.
Okay, I'm in my bed.
You're facing the ceiling. Let's say you're on your back. Are they on your right or on your left?
I'm on the left side. They're on the right side. They're on my right.
They're on your right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And you know why?
Why?
I don't know. Do you know why?
Oh yeah. I know why.
Can you explain it to me?
Yeah, because you're right. Because then your right hand can go wherever it wants. Yeah.
I'm great with my right hand.
I have this. You know, I'm the same way. I want somebody on my right hand, on my right side. And
You
it's
want
not
that?
because
You want
I'm
that right hand on that left cheek?
Yeah. Whoa, that's a crazy reach. If I can get my right hand all the way from like their head to their left cheek.
Oh no, bro, you can do that. Your right hand.
Well, how are you cuddle? Let's say you're spooning. What do you do with your right arm? Do you throw it under their head?
I got it on the cheek.
Just like this?
Yeah, I got both my hands on their cheeks.
Your whole body is doing one big scoop?
Just a big scoop on their cheeks.
Oh, see, I gotta throw my arm underneath. I do a loop around.
But then you're gonna be that arm's going to sleep.
Oh yeah, it's going to sleep.
If you put it on the cheek.
About an hour in, here's what I do. I fall asleep like that with the wrap around. Okay. Full cuddle, full squeeze, full wrap. And then a couple hours in, arms asleep. I'm uncomfortable. I'm a little hot. I slide the arm out. I turn over,
covered in
back
sweat.
to back.
Yeah.
And then I sleep like that the remainder of the night.
Cheek to cheek.
Cheek to cheek. Butt to butt.
Sleeping cheek to cheek. Sorry. Continue.
And then the morning, I roll back over, nut to butt. Pretend like nothing. Nobody's none the wiser. I've been there the whole night.
You want to know something? You want to know something really funny?
What?
Whenever me and my lady are sleeping, we like swap. So like kind of a situation where we go like back and forth.
Right.
So she puts her legs up like it's a little seat.
Wait. Explain this again.
Throughout the night, we swap from seat to seat. So basically, pretend her legs are like a little chair.
Okay.
And I sit in her legs as I sleep. Almost like a spoon situation, I guess, but we're not like laying parallel to each other. So her legs are up and I'm sitting on her legs, basically lying down. And then probably like, 30 to 45 minutes later, we'll switch. I'll turn my legs into a little seat. She'll sit on my legs.
Oh.
And we just swap like that.
But you're not parallel?
Forth. I guess we are parallel, but not like laying flat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. You create sort of an L.
Yes.
And then you guys are like a L shape.
Yes.
Ascending.
Sitting on them.
Yeah. And then you guys switcheroo.
Yeah. It's fun. I don't know. It's very comforting.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. Anytime I've been the little spoon, it's been a little bit more difficult for me to fall asleep.
It's one of my nightmares.
Oh yeah. You feel like you just get a little hotter?
Get a little hotter. I don't really like the vulnerability.
So exposed, dude.
Yeah. No,
you don't want to put your cheeks out there.
Exactly. Stay away from the butt. No, it's just, I do sleep on my right side. And so when I have somebody sleeping there is on my right side, then I have to shift where on the bed I sleep. Mm-hmm. And then again, that's why I do the arm slip. Retract it to my core, flip over, get the real slumber.
Sounds like
up, flip back around.
It honestly sounds like an exercise regimen. The way you do it,
it's
you
tiered.
Pull
There's
arm
tiers
back, legs up, grunt, slide, go, legs down, arm in,
sleep
paralysis, demon.
That's like that's
shake.
like that's like when you in pinball you like unlock the secret mode. Like it goes fucking crazy.
Oh,
sleep paralysis activated.
We have a fun little demon. I think that we both imagine in our room.
I know.
It's just constantly like got his tongue out, just like wilding out. It's just Nick Cannon.
Let's do some calls.
Let's do it.
You feel good? You need to take a break?
Yeah, definitely need to pee.
Okay, go pee.
All right. Oh my god! Every time.
How was it?
It's great. I every time I do that, I just don't understand the body.
It boggles the mind.
I just don't know how it holds all that liquid.
FaceTime audio for improved quality. Please go to stevejobs.com/HNEW for 10% off. Thank you, Steve.
God.
Thank you, Tim.
Bless
Thank
you, Steve.
Other Steve.
Hello.
Hi, is this at TG Suitor?
This is at TJ Suitor. It's me.
Holy for Holies, your OTP.
I am so excited to be OTP.
Yay.
Welcome. First OTP, how are you doing this fine morning?
You know, I'm good. I made some pancakes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you make them for anybody?
Just my roommate and I.
Nice.
Okay. Did you guys sleep?
Yeah.
Did you guys sleep together? Was this a post? Was this a post like the polls?
No.
Okay.
No. I think that we'll work towards that. We haven't been living together that long.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
You're sort of
Yeah,
introducing the
we're-
idea.
Yeah.
So you're just quarantined up with your roommate, huh?
Quarantined up with my roommate and my cat. Yeah.
Ooh, what's
Nice.
the cat's name?
Tilda Swinton. Yeah.
Tilda Swinton.
Ooh.
Oh, what kind of cat?
Yeah.
What kind of cat? Yeah, can you hear me?
Just a white cat with high cheekbones and pale blue eyes.
Oh, I love those high cheekbones and those
Yeah.
those
very
PBs.
angular face.
I was just talking about Kitty's cheekbones like 2 seconds ago.
He's got a good bone. He's got a good bone structure.
He does.
Yeah, Tilda definitely had that just like razor sharp, I would say.
Yeah,
Structure, but since being with me, she's kind of thickened up. So,
you could cut diamonds on her cheekbones.
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What time did you wake up this morning?
Well, I woke up at like 7:10.
Whoa.
And my phone was dead, and so I thought it was a lot later. I ran into my kitchen to look at the microwave, realized it was 7:10, and then went back to bed.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Until when?
And then I woke up at like 9:45, 10.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a Saturday.
And what time did you go to bed last night?
Like midnight?
Nice.
Maybe?
Okay.
Not too bad. Yeah.
Midnight we're asleep or midnight we're in bed resting the head?
Midnight, I was in bed resting the head. In fact, I was actually listening to the pod.
This pod.
Oh,
Wow.
very cool.
PTP, yeah.
Which part?
Y'all were talking about whether or not you'd have a forever dirty bathroom or a forever dirty kitchen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
By the time I was getting into bed, it was talking about the pubic hair situation and what
The
would be.
long
And, like,
dothracky braid.
yeah, I think that Neela, you really nailed it by the time that you were like, yeah, I got into this thing. There's actually nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
That's the move.
Yeah, this fucked up pact, this spellbinding act.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any nighttime rituals? Like when you were falling asleep last night, do you usually have a routine?
Okay, so I feel like pre-quarantine life, maybe. Post-quarantine life, not so much.
You're finding that calendar time, as we know it, sort of matters less.
Yeah, like there are no school nights anymore.
Yeah.
So,
You sleep when you sleep.
so I sleep when I sleep. Normally I brush my teeth and then I wash my face and then I, put some lotion on maybe. So then I like turn off my big light in my bedroom and then I just go to lamplight.
Yes.
Maybe read a book or something. Maybe scroll a little bit.
Is the big light? Is it a ceiling light or is it a floor lamp?
Yeah, ceiling light.
Oh man, I keep the ceiling lights always off. I think.
You always do.
Okay, well maybe you have like really nice natural light or something in there. That's what's up. But yeah, by the time that I'm down to one lamp, just a lamp beside my bed, that's when I know that we're winding down.
Yeah, okay, that's the signifier. You're like, okay, here
Yeah,
we go.
for sure.
You have a book that you keep at your nightstand?
Yeah, right now at my nightstand, I'm reading this book called The Rules Do Not Apply. It's been pretty good.
Is it fiction or nonfiction?
It's a nonfiction.
Oh, nice.
Love
I
that.
have a German visual dictionary by my bed. Haven't been using that, but I have been doing Duolingo lately.
Ihr Zuhause ist wunderbar.
Did you hear that?
No.
Go again. Say it again.
I said, this is the only phrase in German I know. Ihr Zuhause ist wunderbar.
My house is wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, danke.
Oh, danke.
Bitte schön.
Wow, look at that. I like my favorite thing was your take on the whether or not you would get whether or not breakfast is involved. Because what you said, I think, is going to resonate with a lot of people, which is that there's so many variables.
There's a lot of like calculus that has to go into that.
Oh yeah.
Did we have a good night?
Like, am I at my house? Am I at your house? What kind of day do I have planned? Like, is this my one free day?
Yeah, my favorite thing that you said was, did we hit it off? Do I like this person? If so, maybe we're going beyond breakfast. I have errands to run. We're doing errands together. We're doing the whole day.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like once I'm doing breakfast with you, like you're just kind of in my life.
I'm a sucker for doing errands with somebody. For some reason, I'm just like,
I think
yeah,
that's
let's
the
fucking
best
do
way to
errands.
bond.
Yeah.
Well, if you can spend time with someone in a Target and enjoy yourself, that's a good
That's
sign.
when you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, also, like, if I'm hungover and I'm eating breakfast, that's me, I'm not going to say at my worst, but, like, that's me really...
You're vulnerable. You're,
Yeah, I'm vulnerable, because, like, I need water, I need coffee, I'm going to want orange juice. If I'm at a restaurant, I need, like, a Coke.
yeah. You have a mutual interest in, like, we need nutrition. We need to get going for the day. We need fuel.
Yeah, exactly. Say you go to breakfast and then like things turn into the Target run. Then it's like kind of an easy, like where is your car at?
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it's a nice transition to the part.
Where's your car at?
Yeah. So where did you park? Yeah.
Drop you off.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, sometimes I was just talking about how, sometimes it turns into a full day of hanging, and that's nice depending on the level of bond.
Yeah.
Or what you got going on that day. But also, I feel like getting the breakfast proposition, it opens it up to you for you to leave afterwards. But a lot of people.
No, I feel like it's kind of fake nice. Like you kind of feel like a dick if you're like, okay, well, bye. But also, like, don't invite someone to breakfast who you, like, don't want to hang with.
Yeah.
And then, like, kick them abruptly out of breakfast.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, I'll do, it's a courtesy. I'm a courteous guy. It's a nice guy. But you don't want to be invited on a sympathy breakfast of any kind.
Right. I don't want to be at breakfast just for you to, like,
yeah, for you to like think you have to like check
kick
off
me
this
out of
box of
breakfast.
like, I got to do my nicety and then fucking split.
Right.
Yeah.
You're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. Try to sleep with people you're down to have brekkie with.
Yeah. That's the golden rule.
Now here's a contentious issue for some people. What do you think about making breakfast / being made breakfast the next morning?
I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about that.
I think a lot of people are very confident in their breakfast skills.
If you're at your house and you want to do breakfast making, I guess I'm not going to be the one to tell you no, but like I don't know if I want to hang out in your house while you're making breakfast.
Right,
that's some real relationship type shit.
Yeah,
what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, what do I do while you do this? Yeah.
But you're sleeping. They're doing it while you're sleeping.
I don't know. That gets into like.
Then it's like behind the back. Like, damn, what else are you doing when I'm not looking?
So true.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Good morning. I made you breakfast. How much have you been thinking about this?
I went through your phone too.
Yeah.
You definitely like. That's the thing. There's no hard and fast rule.
You have to
Yeah.
gauge.
Do I know the person? Did I just meet the person? Like, what are we friends? Did we just wake up? Like, what time of day is it?
Does your mind, when you first think of the situation, does your mind immediately go to the next morning? It's a good morning, or the next morning is a shameful morning?
Maybe this is bad, but I just kind of immediately I'm like, oh, feel yuck feelings.
That's what I was saying. I don't know what that comes from, but
I
I
don't
was
know
like,
what that says about me, but
yeah, exactly.
Where did the poll end up? Where did y'all end up on this?
I said I didn't vote, but I think I'm gonna go brekkie as the litmus test. I think I'm gonna just try to be.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm brekkie too.
Yeah,
Big static. Big static happening.
everybody, you've been inducted officially into the pod when you get the
Oh my
static.
god!
Yeah.
I thought that you guys were just kicking me off the pod.
Oh no. That's almost like your medal of honor. Your battle
wow.
scar. Your
Oh, it's
wound.
good. It's a positive.
I think we're on the side of getting brekkie, not cooking brekkie.
In an ideal world, like, say I'm like, oh my god, I think that I'd hang out with this person again. Yeah, brekkie. Let's just call a spade, if I don't want to ever see you again, then, like, there's no point in us getting breakfast together.
Yeah. Boom. I think we've cracked the case.
What it is.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for being OTP. I hope it was fun for you.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
We look forward to it. This is gonna be an epic episode. We might have to make it a 2-parter, honestly.
Maybe even a trilogy. I don't even know.
The Sleep Saga.
I look forward to hearing it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Big love.
Big love.
Big love. Bye.
Bye.
I don't like how much I've said the word brekkie in the past like 20 minutes. Brekkie.
Yeah,
brekkie,
that's
brekkie,
your new
brekkie.
that's your new lore.
The
The lore of brekkie.
Let's take another call.
Let's do it.
I'm always late on my estimates. I tell people I'm going to call around a certain time, then it's always like an hour later. We need a system. That's why we need a third person to like have people on the line or stay in contact.
Yeah, letting them know, like, hey,
Yeah,
calling in a few minutes.
yeah, it's tough. Oh,
Calling back.
they're calling. Hi, is this at Whoa Nelly Design?
Hey.
Hey.
Your OTP, how are you?
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm good. Just having a little afternoon coffee, a little afternoon Snickers with almond.
Oh, yum.
Yes.
I'm also having an afternoon coffee, but unfortunately,
No
there's
Snickers.
no Snickers around.
Oh, dang.
Tragic. How are you drinking your coffee?
Black.
Oh,
Iced or hot?
Oh, it's hot.
Whoa.
Which, is kind of hot outside, so I might change that up.
Get some cubes in there.
Yeah.
How
So
are you having your coffee?
also black, not iced. Espresso.
Yeah.
What's your quarantine situation? Where are you at?
I've been at my house. Actually, my boyfriend also lives in I live alone, so it's kind of nice. He can kind of come and go.
Yeah.
And he has a walk-in basement apartment, so
Ooh.
we kind of have the luxury of going back and forth. With
Oh,
his
that's
friends.
cool. You have 2 spots almost. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we were just house sitting for a friend this past week, so we've just kind of been all
You've been
over.
bopping around.
Nice.
I love that. Yeah. So you don't feel too isolated, I guess.
Yeah, I guess not. I mean, I'm
Relatively.
definitely feeling a little stir crazy. I would love to leave Nashville.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I
Get
feel that.
out and about.
What's your situation?
We're just quarantined up in our East Nashville house, our little abode. Me and Blake. Blake's girlfriend lives alone, so he goes over there sometimes. And then I just stay here. I'm like Gollum. I'm just hanging out. What time did you wake up today?
I woke up at 10 o'clock.
Nice. What time did you go to
I went
bed?
in bed till 10:45. What time
Same.
did I go to bed?
Yeah,
I think I went to bed till 2 a.m.
same.
Really?
Yeah, I probably fell asleep about 2.
That's become the time we go to bed, I think.
Yeah, it's like our bedtime.
Hey, Blake.
Hey, what's up, Hannah?
I feel like I haven't seen you guys in so long.
Feels like it's been a decade.
It has been a while. I think I actually can't remember.
Oh.
So when you get up and you're just laying in bed for 45 minutes, what are you doing?
Oh,
Static.
hello?
Static.
Yeah. Did you get static?
I did, yeah, but it's
Oh
gone.
my god. When you wake up in the morning and you're just like in bed moseying about for 45 minutes, what are you doing? Are you scrolling the phone, just chilling?
Static again.
Oh my god.
When I wake up
Yeah.
and I'm moseying in bed,
Yeah, what are you doing in those 45 minutes?
I'm usually on Instagram, either looking at dog videos or just funny memes.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. That's how you start the day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or koalas, when you go to search and there's just suggested video channels or accounts.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot of koalas.
A lot of koalas.
Yeah, a lot of exotic animals and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
a lot
cool.
of dogs.
I need to look at some more of those pages so I can get the algorithm going in my favor.
Gotta move. It's getting pretty static.
Send me some. I think that's my fault. My phone is a piece of garbage. It's kind of a recurring theme on the pod. Do you have a nighttime ritual? When you're trying to go to bed, do you usually do the same series of steps?
like during the week is pretty different than the weekend. Like in the weekend, I try to be in bed. During the week, I try to be in bed at 11 every night.
Okay.
And I feel like that really helps, like keeping the same like bedtime, rise time.
Do you work usually at the same times during the day during the week?
Yeah, definitely. I try to start around 8 and go to 6. That's
Okay.
like ideal.
That's a
I
nice.
feel like if I don't have a routine, then I'm all over the place and I can't get anything done.
Yeah, you kind of have to like have a little nighttime routine. Then do you also have a morning, like a morning routine, like a pre-work, and then at the end of the day pre-bed?
Yeah, like so in the morning, I wake up and I usually look at dog videos for like 20 minutes.
I love that it's always dog videos. You're like, I'm on Instagram and it's probably dog videos.
Dogs are flawless.
Yeah.
Being honest. Then I start the coffee, take a shower, do my skincare routine that I love.
Oh, that's like your little morning meditation.
Yeah, that's my little time. I usually listen. I have this amazing speaker that is waterproof.
Oh.
So I bring it like on the kayak or in the shower.
Yeah.
Listen to music or like a podcast.
Yeah, I love that. I love the wireless speaker, the Bluetooth speaker in the bathroom. Super crucial.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in the morning. I feel like if I'm kind of in a grumpy mood, which oftentimes I wake up grumpy, I'll just listen to like happy music in the shower.
So true. I always wake up in a mood, and I'm like, if I don't put something on, that's not my brain. I'm just gonna stay in this space. So I just need to like start focusing on something else, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I'm like, fuck this happy song.
Yeah.
It helps. It really helps.
It does something to you viscerally that you're just like, okay, I can't help it. I'm moving.
It does. Like recently, Will, my boyfriend, wanted to watch Trolls. He's like obsessed with that movie.
Oh my God, yeah. Can't stop the feeling.
Oh my God. I was like, this movie looks like it's going to be dumb.
Yeah.
And was I wrong? I am obsessed now. And it makes me so happy. Like, I'm not even embarrassed about it. It's just
No guilty pleasures on this pod. I love that. I gotta watch that movie now.
It's pretty great.
I posted a story the other day of me making Minions cookies, like Minions themed cookies.
I saw that.
And I've never even really seen any of the Minions movies, but I had people DM me like, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm just going to stay in this one spot.
Okay.
Okay, Minions cookies. I saw them. They looked amazing.
Yeah, they were. And then a few people were like, ugh, Minions. I was like, don't yuck my yum. All right?
Yeah.
I'm chilling with my bros. Trying to ball with my sugar bros. So yeah. So the DreamWorks movies, the Disney movies, they've got it down. Makes you happy no matter what.
Got it down. I've been like, that's another thing. I've been watching a lot of animated movies because they're so happy and funny.
Which
And
ones?
just like positive. Okay, have you heard of Storks?
No.
Yes.
Oh, you have?
I've
Yeah.
told probably 50 people about this movie since I saw it. But it is called Storks, and it's hilarious, and it's just super happy. And when the news is not, it's a really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice little respite from reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice little dose of happy for the brain.
Okay, I need to check that out.
It's got babies. It's got
Definitely check it
birds.
out.
I love a good animated. Here, I'll hit you back with a recommendation. Have you seen Big Hero 6?
No.
Oh, great film. Have you seen it, Blake?
No.
Check out Big Hero 6. Super feel-good movie. Super fun animated adventure, and it's actually very funny.
Okay.
Big Hero 6. Nice.
So do you have any problems sleeping ever? Any history of like weird sleep things?
I've always had trouble sleeping. I've never been a good sleeper.
Same.
I feel like anxiety has a lot to do with that. Like, I'll start to doze off, and then all of a sudden I'll just like have this adrenaline rush.
You missed the train. You missed the train is what I like to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Adrenaline rush, and I just start having like all these stress thoughts about like things I need to do or
Yeah.
things I haven't done, or you know how your mind goes all those
Yeah.
wild places.
I appreciate that. That's sometimes work ethic. It's a real double-edged sword.
I can't believe I said that one thing at that birthday party.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're just like,
Yeah, totally.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, I'll have a thing where it's like 8, it'll be like 9:30 or 10, and I'll get like really sleepy. And I'm like, oh man, if I wanted to sleep, I should just go do it now. But then I'm like, it's too early to sleep. I can still do like a couple other things. And then it gets to 1 p.m., 2 p.m. I try to get that slumber, and I'm like, I'm up.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'll avoid going to sleep because I don't want to have trouble sleeping. I just want to wait till I'm like so exhausted that
Yes.
the only option is to sleep.
Yeah, you just pass up.
I think that's especially in quarantine. That's kind of my move. Is like I'll be tired when I'm tired. Might as well not try to force it.
Yeah.
And just do whatever I want until then.
Exactly.
Sometimes the routine helps. Sometimes it hurts. It's a double-edged sword. Again, my favorite term.
It is. And like, I feel like the morning's the same way. I'm so used to just like jumping right into the day because I feel like I'm most productive in the morning. I'm most creative in the morning. So if I can just jump in, I know that I'll get like enough things done early in the day.
Yeah.
But recently I've challenged myself with that, and I'll start the day with like my little morning routine, then I'll go for a walk.
Yeah, I always tell myself that. I'm like, today, actually, before I do any of that, I'm going to do some outside time.
Oh no, you're static again.
Okay, well.
Oh, hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, well, it seems like we're getting a lot of static, so I'm going to try to land the plane here. But I love hearing about, people's routines, especially when they're like, do creative work. It's very fascinating.
Yeah, totally. It's hard to like, especially when you're working from home or working remotely.
Yeah.
It's hard to prioritize like what you need above work and like getting things done and meeting expectations or deadlines. So just like starting the day with something that's good for you that'll trickle down into the work you do.
Yeah, try to carve out a thing, even if you don't really feel like doing it. If you feel like going straight to work, sometimes you have to carve out a thing that is only for you, like a meditation or a workout, or you go outside, because you can only take so many days in a row of just burning yourself out. I feel like.
Yeah, definitely. It's like boundaries, just setting boundaries to.
We're figuring out. What better time than when you literally have boundaries and can't go other places?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's amazing. I think you're on the right side of history, and thanks for being OTP and sharing your insights.
Yeah, thanks for chatting.
Heck yeah.
Miss you guys.
I miss you. We miss you too. It's good to hear from
Hey,
you.
can you send me that minion recipe? That'd be great.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, we'll hang out and talk soon.
All right. Talk to y'all soon.
Bye. I love that. I love hearing about creative workers, like their morning routines and stuff.
Yeah,
Especially freelancers and stuff like that, because it's like the self-discipline that I just wasn't taught as a kid. It's like hard to foster as an adult, and so the boundaries are like that you have to set for yourself, or it's very involved.
I think we really helped ourselves that time. We just stopped watching TV for a whole year. That's probably been the most influential change of my life. I used to just put it on and just keep watching and just like go, like just kept watching. Now I just, if a show is like not that interesting, I'm just like, nah, this show, I'm not going to watch it again. There's no reason to, like, fuck it. It's just a waste of time.
Yeah, have you had any weird sleep disorders or anything?
I used to have like really bad nightmares as a kid. It got so bad that I would like, I guess, I don't know if this is a cure, but I like told my mom, I was like, God, I just keep having these bad nightmares. So her friend was like, does he have a dream catcher? And I didn't have a dream catcher at the time, but she got me a dream catcher, and like it helped so much.
Wow.
Like I just put it above my bed. It really helped. And I think sleeping on the same portion of my bed helped. So I noticed every time as a kid I slept on where my feet are supposed to go as a kid.
Yeah.
I would have the same like recurring nightmare. It would always happen. And the nightmare was like super creepy because it was like me running over to my neighbor's house, like asking for help, like because somebody was chasing me, and it was basically this like slow walking killer. And they were just sitting at their dining room table because there's a big window there.
Yeah.
And they were just looking at me, not reacting to me, like begging for their help.
Yeah.
As like a kid, I would have this dream. That really fucked me up. So I kept having this dream over and over again. And the sleeping on the right side of my bed and then having a dream catcher, like, just pretty much solved it. Like, I didn't really have bad dreams after that.
Wow.
Like, as much. I had sprinkled in.
How old were you at that point?
I think I was 17. I'm just kidding.
I was like, it could be. I don't know.
I was crying to my mommy, and no, I was probably like seven or 8.
Have you had that dream ever, like, since then, like, even, like, scattered or no?
Yeah, I mean, I had it a few times as I got a little older, like middle school, but it wasn't as scary to me because that trope of horror movie is so fucking played out at this point in my life.
Right.
I'm just too cool for it now.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The paranormal shit is what scares me now in my dreams.
Really?
The shit like imagining someone's in my room when they're not there, or like someone watching me on the ceiling.
Yeah. That's your spook. That's your spook kink.
That's triggering to me for sure.
Speaking of sleep paralysis, when I first saw, I saw The Exorcism of Emily Rose when it came out, and I was convinced that I was possessed for a little while because I was like, that shit happens to me. I was like, damn, like I get weird when I try to sleep. Some demonic shit happens.
Did any sort of like sitting up behavior, like any like movements that you weren't in control of happen, or is it just basically just paralysis?
It's paralysis. I mean, but you think you're moving. You feel like you're moving. Yeah. It's like I said, like the lifting up. You know, you feel like you're trying to say something, but you're not. Mm-hmm. You feel like things are happening, but they're not. But you know they're not. Also. Yeah. Well, do you ever get to the point when it first started happening? Did you really think they were happening? Like you have to basically train your mind to realize they're not actually happening. I don't know. The funny thing about I thought it was so it's so weird that you could have sleep paralysis and then right afterwards go like fall asleep and forget about it. Yeah. You know, because it is so strange and so terrifying. You know, it happens so often that it would happen and then eventually I would go to bed and then the next day I would just do my day like it never happened. I just don't understand how something so haunting can happen to you and then you're I guess it's just a function of your brain to be like, let's put this in the back of his head. Like, we don't want him to think about this all day for survival. Yeah. It's got to be some, like, I don't know, with sleep paralysis or, like, night terrors. Or, I don't know, there's got to be some chemical reason or something. I don't know. You know, when I got on anti-anxiety meds and they stopped. So I think it's, like, an anxiety thing. Did you ever have, like, did your mom ever sing you, like, a lullaby? Or, like, a wake-up anti-lullaby growing up to, like, get you awake that was, like, sweet? Not that I remember. You? Yeah, I did. What was it? It was an anti-lullaby. Is it wake up? She would go, Blakey boots, toodly poots, why oh why, did you swallow that fly? And then she'd just kind of riff for like 4 more lines. Little rhymes. And that would wake me up. And it was very sweet, but every time she would do it, I'd be like, God damn it. Like, in my, you know, because I'm so, I just want to sleep. Yeah. It was so sweet, though. Now I think about it, I'm like, that was really kind, but you don't know what you got till it's gone. She's still alive. We go to space in a rocket. I want to know some knowledge. Give me a fact from Blake. Yeah, I need a space fact. Astronomers have found a massive water vapor cloud, which holds 140 trillion times the mass of water in Earth's oceans, somewhere around 10 billion light years away, making it the largest discovery of water ever found. Now, for those of you wondering, that's 10 billion light years away. 1 light year equals 5.88 trillion miles away. So multiply that by 10 billion. There's just a fucking enormous cloud of water floating around. How do they know that? I don't know. It didn't tell me, but it blows my fucking mind. I think it's a satellite situation. There's just an orb. There's a water bauble. I wonder if the whole galaxy is filled with this water bauble. Clouds, big old clouds. Because our galaxy is pretty, like, I don't know how big it is, but it's pretty large. I guess maybe that's the mass of the sun. I don't know what the mass of the sun is. That's why we need a fact checker to be like, yo, the mass of the sun is this. Because I wonder if the water vapor cloud is the same amount of mass that the sun is. Because the sun is fucking big. It takes up like 99.85% of our galaxy, apparently. Mm-hmm. And we're never breaking out of this galaxy. Not probably in our lifetime, no. Unless we get that interstellar travel clue. Unless we hit that singularity, like, whoa. We'll see. I'm trying to vibe, dude. I'm just trying to vibe with some fucking aliens on a water cloud, dude. Like, man, is that so much to ask? I just want to surf that cloud, dude. That's where I want to learn how to surf for the first time, is in that water vapor cloud. Yeah, in my astronaut suit. I want to have like a chill time floating with Gyandor, Lily. Just fucking Lily in a bikini, dude. Oh my God. I think about what if that cloud is like a nice temperature, you know? Like it's like fucking 99 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah.
I just got my space helmet on. No suit though. I'm nude.
Yeah.
I'm breathing in oxygen, but my lower half is just feeling that 99-degree heat.
Who's using that water? I wonder. Yeah, who else in the planet needs water?
I don't know, man.
I mean, universe.
I hope it's not in some galaxy where people are just taking it for granted. Because people need water on Earth. We should, why aren't we grabbing some of that?
I know. Scoop it up.
Scoop it up.
That being said, another great pod is in the books.
Part 1.
Sleep Saga Part 1. All the songs are on Patreon. Thanks to at Patrick Riley at Shy Show for the surf rock suggestion, Beach Boys. Thanks at Chuck Playa for the 90s. Whoop, there it is. Jock Jam. Thanks to our sponsor at Kirk.61. Some really cool shit is coming soon. Some fun stuff.
Fun.
This is going to be an epic summer with us, okay? Welcome to the right side of history. Welcome to the anti-cult. All aboard.
Jesus Christ.
And could you say goodbye?
Au revoir. Goodbye. That was au revoir.